We're live.
What up, chat? Welcome back to the living room.
Hey.
This is Micah's final test in the living room. All right, the Avs are 0 for 2 with Micah in the living room. So
Excommunicated after tonight. Nate just scores 4. Nate just Necas?
okay, so genuinely, because I don't know how to say it, and I've been told it's Necas. I've been told it's Necas. I've been told it's Necas. I've been told it's Necas.
And then Bednar hits you with the Necas.
Yeah,
Like,
Bednar says neck. I've had multiple people be like, I'm from Czechia, and this is how it's said. And they're both two different people from Czechia. Are like, no, it's this way. I have no idea.
Eastern or Western dialect. Wild times. Oh, yeah, I got to get the chat up separate.
Micah, did you see the video we found
Uh-uh.
of him pronouncing it
Yeah.
himself?
No. Does he do it 2 different ways?
In his draft here, because they were like, nobody knows how to pronounce your name. And he goes, it's Necas. I mean Necas. And it's like, bro.
Well, check this out. I forget what interview it was, but Timothy Chalamet.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, the dialect or whatever from his dad who named him, his first name is technically pronounced Timothy,
Sure.
which means his name is Timothy Chalamet, which is kind of fucking awesome, in my opinion.
It rhymes.
Yeah, heck yeah.
I have no idea what that is, Irish.
Where are we at? Dog along returns. Best kind of along.
They keep it interesting even when the Avs don't. That's for sure. We should just move the camera to focus on my dog munching on bully sticks right now.
There you go. There you go.
It was JT Miller, Brandstrom, and like some other prospect that I don't remember. For Hedel, a first-round pick, and something else. I forget what the other piece that New York moved was. Which I think, I know that's not a huge return, but I think Vancouver should honestly be pretty happy that they didn't have to retain anything on Miller.
Yeah, it's pretty huge, honestly. Pretty huge. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on because there was a lot of tweets around right around Mikko Rantanen's trade where it's like, can't believe that's not the biggest thing I've heard about the next 48 hours. And then nothing happened. And it's like, I don't even think this JT Miller trade is any extension of that, really.
Cheers, DJ. Cheers.
Hey, DJ. Good to see you, bud.
Well, I tweeted this out, but it's like every year in January, so there's like 1 week where the whole NHL is like, let's just do it.
I'm bored.
Yeah.
Let's get wild. And new cash.
Look, I'm down to just call him Marty, all right?
If he gets a hat trick tonight, I live here now.
That's true. That's the other side of it.
We're going to finish your basement. That's going to be my apartment. What you drinking, DJ?
This is totally anecdotal, but I feel like all fans, all relatively new fans, and by new I mean like in the last 10 years, their favorite jersey is the Avs third.
Mm.
I think a lot of the OG fans much prefer the classic jersey.
Classic jersey.
And I'm not saying that's everybody. I have no idea. I'm sure there's plenty of classic fans that love this jersey. But.
And puck's dropped. Oh, jeez. Quick chance for St. Louis right off the bat. Good stop at Blackwood.
Yeah, and Blackwood we trust.
Desperate getting it out there. That's all right. Rum and Coke. Classic. Yeah, I miss the debate about the cranberries back in the day. You either were 100% in or 100% out on that jersey.
I don't know. I think the cranberries are fine. It's the blueberries that you're in or you're out.
That's true. Sudbury Blueberry Bulldogs.
Ooh. 8-0 Avs. I hope so, Roberto. I always want to punish the St. Louis Blues.
Right.
Yeah, adding Jones is hard, right? Like the Avs freed up a little bit of cap space with Mikko's
Not that
move,
much.
but not that much. So you're talking about moving out another piece. And like, I get it. Seth Jones is a top 4D. So in that regard, him replacing Manson makes sense. But what Seth Jones brings you is nothing like what Josh Manson brings you.
Yeah. Not to mention, it's a weird season for the Avs to buy contract-wise. With anything they invest in for this postseason is going to create chaos in the offseason going into next year. So
yeah, I mean,
you got to be a little prudent with
at least
what moves you
I
make.
mean, after today, you have a good idea of what the cap is going to be like. A little turnaround shot from Casey there.
Something. Keep them on their toes.
I don't like
Tough.
what is Val Nichushkin's value? How do you move it?
Oh, man, I mean, it's a tough one, right? Because there's
What he's giving you on the ice when he's healthy is significantly more valuable than his trade worth. I'll put it to you that way.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. His equity goes way down with his history.
Mm-hmm.
Are you really tasting it if it's drenched in Coca-Cola, though? Or does it just taste like Coca-Cola with something in there?
How many fingers?
just a eyedropper of Coke.
Yeah. All right. Avs do look like they're willing to shoot the puck tonight, so that's a good sign. There you go. Good work. Good work from your third line here. Yeah, I don't love that shot from the
Oh, man. The shot. 2 incredible keeps by Makar on that shift, and then an absolute prayer that he's able to skate light speed to try and keep it in for a third time. He's good, but he's not God. Sipping on gin and juice.
I mean, if you're moving Middlestad out, I think you need to be talking about getting a center back, right? And Byfield is not actually a center. Don't give me that.
Is it really this Avalanche team if they don't have issues at center, though?
One time they didn't. They won a cup, so.
Oh, Nas. You will be missed, bud.
1-to-3 ratio. Good to know. Yeah.
Is he? I thought there was like technically a 4th strike he had to get.
Yeah, I mean, he's suspended for a year if he gets another strike. But he's suspended for a year at minimum.
Gotcha. So it gets a little gray.
Yeah.
You could make the right phone call. It could be over and done.
Yeah.
Cheers, Paul. Happy Friday.
Let's go, boys and girls. It's all good.
All girls, turns out, for the new federal
That
definition.
can't be right. Oh, that's...
Ladies. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, yeah, right? If you're going to take that shot, take the extra 10 feet before you do it anyways.
I got to get past the first guy. I don't care what you do, as long as you get past the first guy. There you go. There's some better speed through the neutral zone.
Which, I mean, that's the one part of Necas' play that's been
Yeah.
just so refreshing. As he gets the puck, he skates into the zone. It's like, how is it not that easy for everyone? How does he make it look so easy?
What do you mean? Just skate it in, bro.
The line is under the ice, boys. You just cross it.
All right. St. Louis really is not a very good team. The Avs really should be able to control this game. That was fine, D. You kept your gaps pretty well there.
You take those good trades. One up ice rush from St. Louis for 20 seconds of sustained offensive pressure. It's fine.
Oh,
it's fine.
Yeah. The Avs have gotten the better of play early. St. Louis had one quality shift to literally start the game, and after that, it's been not a whole lot. I think long-term, Val is probably on your top line. Like, in a perfect world, you move Necas to your second line, and he's the play driver down there. Because he, like Michael was saying, he's so good at entering the zone that it's like, you don't need that on Nathan McKinnon's line, because Nathan McKinnon does that too. Oh, what a play,
From
baby.
behind the net? What did that hit?
Drouin got it. Drouin whacked it out of midair, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, wow. We love that. There's a doggo right there.
Yeah, celebration tail. Celebration tail.
Right, let's see this.
Parson just whacked.
Oh, that's filthy.
That's
dude.
pretty gnarly from Drouin. Like it's a cool play from Parson, but he's just hoping for the best there. And Drouin makes a disgusting play.
And that would not have turned out the best if he doesn't whack that. Like, there's no one else anywhere close.
It's going nowhere if he doesn't make that exact play.
7 to go. That's right. No, that's right.
1 of 8. There's some puck luck there, but there's also some skill there.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little both. And to be fair, the Avs are owed some puck luck, probably, in the grand cosmic scale this season.
Settle it down. Get a change.
Just keep doing what you're doing. You keep doing what you're doing, you'll get the next one, and then you're rolling. Look, I am not Keane Middleton's biggest fan, but he does have 2 points in his last 2 games. I'm just saying. That was good structure from the Avs right there. They handled the guy streaking in very, very well. Yeah, and that's why Drouin's going to get $5.5 to $6 million on his next contract. Despite what Twitter tells me.
I mean, Jamie, they definitely don't want to break him up right now, right?
Yeah,
you learn from McKinnon on how this team and system works at a high level.
And at minimum, you're not breaking them up until Val gets back.
Yeah.
All right. Next question. What should the team name of the NWSL soccer team be that Colorado is getting?
Oh.
McKinnon? Ooh, that was too easy.
The Utah Soccer Club.
D-Line said they should name themselves the Colorado Jazz.
I low-key love drinking the tears of all the people that are all salty. Like, my team names are sacred. You can't have it. It's like they're just on the other side of the Rocky Mountains. All that mountain shit, it works just as well for Utah.
I made a meme, and I got to say, I was disappointed in Utah fans. Like,
What?
they're so soft, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I posted a meme on Twitter, and they're like, not cool, bro. Like, what? We just got a team. How dare you come after us? And it's like, relax, buddy.
Speaking of them just getting a team, them even taking part in the quarter century thing was hilarious.
Here's a bunch of Arizona Coyotes.
They could have at least added old Arizona Coyotes players. No, they just added the current roster.
I would have loved to have been an Arizona Coyotes fan seeing Utah be soft about your tweet of like, come on, bro. They've been talking about our 8 fans for 10 years. This is tame.
That's it.
I did like somebody made photoshopped a Nordiques logo with tusks, and we're like, oh, this is the new Utah Mammoth logo. It actually looks pretty sick of a logo. I liked it a lot.
I don't even hate like a lot of the jerseys I've seen on Twitter. It looks sick.
Yeah.
Like it's
Go
just
for it.
have one shred of originality. Like
It did. No one likes it.
yeah, the Wasatch.
I think that's a great
Like the Salt Lake Soakers personally, but
name.
what can you do?
More of a golden tablets kind of guy.
I don't know if you watch any of those like historical reenactment shows about the Wild West. The Utah Mormons were scary. They were a scary force. Might make a good mascot, unironically.
I mean, people were saying they should be the Storming Mormons.
Yeah, it worked. Although maybe as just like an organization, not if you had a problem with Yeti coolers, I don't know if you're going to be able to go toe to toe with the LDS.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, if you can't get the trademark passed for versus a cooler company,
Yeah, why do they have any say? Who
you're
cares?
right.
That was the most bizarre thing. I'm just like, I guess we can't.
Also, like, isn't that just like, why not instantly make that deal of like, yeah, we'll be your jersey sponsor, Yeti coolers
Yeah.
on the Yeti.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, Sylvie, I want more goals too. You're right, girl.
They could call their arena the cooler.
It's
Oh my gosh,
the easiest
it makes so much sense.
trade deal of all time.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, chat. This is like the one negative of all the weight I lost.
Yeah,
I bought a bunch of new jeans like halfway through my weight loss, and now none of them fit. And I'm cheap, so I don't want to buy new jeans.
just take them in at the waist and have them look like Jinkos.
And I'm in my own house, so I'm not wearing a belt in my own house. All right,
Just like cut a second buttonhole further up and just have like a weird.
just like
Wow.
the double button.
That'd work. Rex is a good boy.
Yeah, Rex is being really good tonight.
His sister got all the crazy. He settled down. He passed the torch.
Yeah, it's her turn.
Oh, just walk in and do it, Necas. Just walk in and do it. 2 to go.
I wish he had scored first, but I'm not going to complain.
Oh, advanced zone entries from Marty
All right,
Necas.
which goalie did Marty Necas just pass on the all-time Avs scoring list? Is that a little soft, or is this a great shot?
Soft. It's a little soft.
Pretty soft from Hofer.
It's quick release though. It doesn't bounce
It's
off anything
snappy
either.
for sure, but
Clean through a screen. Just didn't expect the man. Oh man, Hofer getting squirrely, trying to make up for something, huh?
All right, 6 to go. Is that where
The Ash Man. That's great
we're
Irish.
50% neck, 50% ash. All right, I'm just going to say this to get it out of the way before someone gets mad at me. Mackenzie Blackwood is owed a shutout.
Mm. I mean, another good argument for Nate just staying on McKinnon's line is his speed. Not many can match what McKinnon can do, and Nate just can hang.
It's interesting because I think watching Necas and McKinnon next to each other actually shows how different they are. Yes, they're both very fast, but Necas is so much more fluid. It's so much more. I don't want to say handsy because that's not the right word, but it's a lot more technical.
Sure.
Whereas McKinnon is just raw fucking power.
Yeah.
like
Just the ice cracking beneath his legs as he just
exactly.
cranks. Yeah, I mean, McKinnon's acceleration is his key.
his first 3 steps are probably the best in the league. Like,
Yeah,
maybe
I'd agree.
McDavid.
I don't know. I'd say McDavid's closer. I mean, he's not the exact same, but it's similar to Necas in that, like, once he gets to speed, he doesn't have to try,
No, I agree.
and everyone else is dying
I
to try
agree
and
with
get
that.
there.
But his first 3 steps are like also really good. Not
Yeah.
quite McKinnon level, but he's got everything Necas has and has a good amount of power. And it's like that's why he's Connor McDavid.
Yeah, just be Connor McDavid.
Yeah, right.
What are we, stupid? Just be him. Yeah. I've been thinking about the obviously the trade. Who hasn't?
Of course.
And it's tough with a blockbuster. It's going to be years of speculation and ups and downs and should have, should not have. But could have done worse. Could have let him go for nothing in the offseason. Would have been horrifying.
Everyone loves to rate a trade the second it happens. But the only ranking this trade is going to have is the playoffs.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
absolutely.
One, if Carolina makes this trade and doesn't win the cup, they're in trouble.
Big trouble.
And on the Avs side of it, the one thing that really, really separates Necas and Rantanen, especially this season, is Rantanen is a proven elite playoff producer. And Necas is,
Unproven.
in the last couple of years, I would say good. And in the first few years of his career was just okay in the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really follow him, obviously, but I definitely think he's... Like, if it was just Necas coming to the Avalanche, it would be hype as absolute fuck.
Sure, yeah. If you had Mikko and Necas, this team would be the cup favorite.
I was thinking about that, too, though, from Carolina's perspective of it. It is an all-in with Rantanen. There is no...
Well, I mean, so here's the thing, and I get more concerned for Carolina by the day because it's been, 10 days or whatever?
Yeah.
Usually by now, if it's a sign-in trade, the deal is done, and they have not extended Mikko yet.
Right.
So if Mikko is a rental for them, they have to win.
They have
to win,
They
or
have
it's a failure.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. I don't like Mikko's playing it like, oh, I had no idea. It's like you had every idea. You were talking with them. You knew they weren't going to meet your number.
It was 100% a game of chicken.
Yeah.
Mikko is surprised. He's surprised that the Avs actually traded him.
Right.
He's not. The Avs are like, all right, well, you're on the block then. And he was like, this is all posturing. It's fine. We'll get the deal done. And then it turns out it wasn't posturing and Mikko was wrong.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it's not like Mikko's suddenly a bad player by any stretch of the imagination. You definitely saw stretches where McKinnon's out of the lineup for whatever reason, and Mikko showed up fine.
He's capable of being that guy.
But he's taking a big step down going to Carolina, I feel like.
Oh, his teammates, you went from Nathan McKinnon to Sebastian Aho. Don't get me wrong. Sebastian Aho is a really good player.
Really good.
He's not close to Nathan McKinnon.
No. Mikko Rantanen's the best player on their team now.
Yes.
Whereas before,
That's exactly
he
right.
was arguably third best on the team, which is
I don't even think there's that much of an argument.
asinine to even consider that, but it's tough, man. I mean, you might see a world where Mikko in the offseason goes, okay, maybe 14 million was a bit of a stretch, and they re-engage with the Avs.
I mean, it's not going to happen, but yeah, like,
Okay, all right.
like 100%. If Mikko gets to free agency, the Avs should go, here's our best offer. It's still on the table.
Back, big guy?
Man.
Wanna come
Yeah.
back, big guy? Oh, man. 13 shots,
Yeah, the Avs have
11 minutes in.
cooked this team so far. Like, you get one more goal, and this game might just be over.
And every rebound is looking scary, too. It's not like all the low-danger chances are turning into scoring opportunities.
Yep. Second chances, baby.
Which is something I think the Avs have struggled with this season, is like either only ever hitting the first guy, or you shoot it in a zone where you're trying to show off how well you can shoot and not trying to get it off the pad so that you can get a rebound.
100%. How many possessions have died because you shot a glove side and he just gloves it, and that's the whistle?
And how many times did you end the fit? Totally fine. He was double covered and never a chance.
Yeah.
How many times did you exit the first period 6 shots less than you could have because you made too many passes
100.
and just fumbled it? Like, none of that's happening tonight so far.
Yeah, they got the message. Shoot the effing puck.
Shoot it.
And when you shoot it, go get it.
Wait, you're going to let the new guy score and not you tonight? Come on.
Marty Necas is their leading scorer since he joined the team. So. Yeah, you can go out at intermission next. You can make it another however long this is in real time. I don't know.
Maybe it was just the Giga Brain play to be like, we're going to trade Mikko Rantanen because Nathan McKinnon keeps passing to him, and we want McKinnon to shoot.
I don't think that's a real part of the trade, but I don't think it's nothing.
Yeah,
like
it's definitely could be part of it. Yeah, Mikko Rantanen's an elite, power shooter, one of the best shots in the league, but Nathan McKinnon also needs to shoot the puck. He's also very good. I don't mind him on Carolina either.
No, he'll be good. He'll be great there. Even.
Plus, Disaster Bros. I got family in Carolina now, so it's like if I'm ever out there, I might just go catch you. I could get a McKinnon. I do have a Mikko Rantanen signed Avs puck, which is a little bit of a bummer. But I could just get a Rantanen Carolina jersey. I don't mind him being there. I wonder, Jamie, why you would.
Who's upset about it? Are you just upset because he's not an Av anymore? Because like that, I understand.
I hope if he doesn't resign, I misread. I'm dumb.
Here's the thing. If Mikko does come back to Colorado, which is not going to happen, just to be clear.
Very unlikely.
It would be by pure coincidence. Because the NHL, if that happens, the NHL will investigate. And if they find that this was like an intentional thing, you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Are either of your dogs good at balancing?
Yeah, they can both sit pretty, just like on their back legs and just kind of stand there.
Sylvie does that just on her own.
Yeah, she's like a skinwalker sometimes. You look over and it's like, is that a dog? Really? Ooh, and a delayed penalty. You're cooked, St. Louis.
Are you, or are you about to score a shorty? I mean,
Hey, that piano's wood. Touch it.
Or just score now, honestly. Best for everybody. Okay, we're not playing. Never mind.
Different net, but, get there.
I gotta tell you, there was a time where Mikko Rantanen was my favorite player on the Avs. And Marty Necas has come in and immediately infused funness to the Avs.
Yeah.
I haven't felt in a while.
So that's wild to even hear. Like, don't get me wrong, Mikko, if you were to put together like a highlight reel of all of Mikko's goals,
It's outrageous.
It's outrageous. But to watch him play a full 60-minute game, I found myself just being like, what are you doing for like 45 minutes of it? Well, I was telling you a few weeks back, on the power play, that dude might as well be Ovechkin, but worse in that he's so predictable. Either he's taking the shot or he's passing to the blue line 100% of the time. And you can tell which one it is because either he's facing the net or he's facing the blue line. Like, there was no, maybe I'll do this, maybe I'll do that. Like, McKinnon has the puck, and he's clearly, like, quarterbacking it when he has it. Makar from the blue line's quarterbacking it when he has it. But Rantanen just wasn't – it's just so predictable, I feel like. And you can do that when you have that good of a shot.
If you use it.
But I like, to your point, Necas can do whatever. He can skate around with it. He can do something weird.
Moves his feet. It's crazy.
Oh, my God. And I hope that's something that comes in short order is just their power play goes off the rails. Because they weren't moving their feet. They weren't tiring out the
100.
defense. They were just like, give it to the blue line, skate it back and forth, and look for a perfect, we're just going to be better than you skill-wise. It's like, why do that? You have the extra guy. Make the other team work for it until they're exhausted, and then you have that extra step, and they just weren't. I don't know.
100%. Their power play was getting egregious. It really was.
What else we got here? What else we got?
My man, let's go, Bearded. I mean, that's sports, right? It's almost hypocritical at times how you can be like, I hate this team, but I love this team so much.
What's the meme? Like, oh, I hate this. This is the worst thing. I'll see you next week. And like, just walk off.
Fuck you, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. That's how you, baby.
All right.
What is this angle, brother? Get me
Yeah,
out of
the
here.
sky cam is bad. It's bad, brother. Altitude perfectly covering the puck with its graphics and the bad camera work. Boom. Oh, shoot it.
Good block. I think it got through it.
Yeah, it did. Kale's got to be the trigger man here.
See, look at him. Look at the dynamics right there.
Moving his feet. Battle here.
Go! Yes!
Drouin Hattie watch? Drouin Hattie watch?
Oh, baby. Ugh. I don't like the implications of the cap projection and this guy's contract right here. Come on, man.
I was having this conversation on Twitter today, and people
believe
were
it.
like talking to me like how he's injured and this and that. He's near a point per game player this year when he's been healthy. Last year he was 56 points in like 75 games or whatever it was. The dude's gonna get $6 million. With the cap increase, he's gonna get
Easy.
$6 million. And if Landeskog is essentially retiring, that's fine. The Avs have the room.
I think, look, obviously everybody loves Landeskog. It's weird and hard to have your captain gone for so long, but I think the best thing for everyone is just he keeps hanging on the rest of his contract, is that kind of figurehead, and then retires.
Yeah, it's
because you're going to be in a real awkward spot if he does try and come back, and then you're like, dude, you have not played professional hockey for 2 years. You are a broken man. This is tough.
If he can't go in this year's playoffs, the Avs have to operate as he's done this offseason. They just have to.
I mean, it's crazy to me that that's even a possibility. How many other players? I mean, what did Jonathan Taves talks come up this year of like, oh, he's saying he was healthy enough to come back, maybe. And it's like, are you out of your mind? I don't know.
Can the dude even play hockey at a professional level anymore?
Yeah, is this Gordie Howe we're talking about? Yeah, you don't just be gone that long and come back and mean anything. I don't know. But it'd be a shade of his former self. It'd be hard and difficult to utilize him, and it would be like it's a lose-lose, I think, for him to try and come back and play hockey unless it's just fan service. But that's not – you have a team that can win, and I think Landeskog's a setback. I really do.
I think there is a justified version of Landeskog that can come back. He will not be a $7 million player. He could be like a $5 million player if everything goes great. If Landy comes back and is a $2 million player, it's probably worse for the Avs.
Like performance-wise or
performance-wise.
Yeah, because a $2 million player is not one that can be made of glass. He's got to be you got to take the
$2 million
hits.
player
Got to
can't
grind.
be getting paid $7 million.
Yeah, that too. Oh, what?
Well, I'm the Blues. I'm losing. Time to try and beat people up.
Late addition to the roster, Schmorden Schminnington, a forward. He's got one of those mustache, glasses, big nose. Just starts axing people in the middle of the ice.
Look, I don't know
I'm
anything
scared
about
to
the
look at
UFC, but I think we can all agree that punching the lights out on a Nazi is a good thing, right?
Yeah, it was a good clip.
Yeah.
Everyone liked that.
Yeah, it's almost intermission, Rex. I know you're a salty boy. We'll take him out later.
There's multiple ways to look at it, but DJ, I think that Swedes they put it all out there, you know? They believe in the game and in the Avs so much, they just go and go and go till they break in literal half.
Not Landy's problem, because Landy's problem is a knee. But there is a weird thing where Swedes tend to have ankle issues.
Interesting.
Forsberg, Carlson.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple other guys that are like less well known that have ankle issues.
That amount of contract value alone, though, is enough to have a significant, statistically significant result or whatever. I mean, what Bednar said in the after the warm up this morning, this is playoff hockey is how they have to treat it, and it sure looks like that's how they're treating it.
They lost 4 of their last 5. They got 5 games left till the break, whatever.
The Four Nations break.
You got to. I think realistically, to feel good going into the break, you got to win 4 of these 5.
Oh, and they're all so big too. It sucks.
Yep.
You like to have the big ones split up with a few games in between, but no rest this week.
Go win all of them.
Which is another thing that's weird to me because, like, I wonder what the Four Nations face-off or whatever means to the players. Because the Olympics, you could tell there's a little bit of, like,
for sure. The Olympics
like they want that. But this is, like, this is your job. That's going to be some fun, I feel like.
So Eric has talked about this a lot. If you're Nathan McKinnon, if you're Sidney Crosby, you're going 80% maybe this thing. If you are at the bottom of Team Canada, if this is an audition for you to go to the Olympics,
sure,
you're probably working your fucking ass off.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
All right, another power play goal. Just bury this fucking team.
Yeah, 4 in the first 20 is pretty. Oh my god, 17 shots too.
This has been.
I'm loving it.
This has been the Avs team that says enough is enough. Let's go be who we are.
I was listening to you guys in the pregame too about how so many games where it's like, well, on paper, the Avs should be absolutely crushing. It's like, this is what the paper said should happen finally.
This is what it's supposed to look like on paper.
Well, high and wide, but it stays in.
The Avs have just done such a better job of retrieving pucks. And, like, some of that is puck luck, absolutely. But some of that is just...
Ow! Oh, baby! Was that a tip or was that just the car showing off?
That just made me, like, $50.
Hell yeah.
Our power play point was plus 200 tonight, Chad. If you didn't get in on it, that's your own fault.
Yeah, that's just free money, boys. It's probably equal odds just for the Avalanche to have a power play point.
If the Avs have a power play point, it's like 95% Makar. That is just a nasty shot.
Yeah, it beat the camera, but I did not see it move at all.
Good screen by Lucky. But
yeah, okay, figure it out, boys.
Honestly,
it's straight in. Yeah. So, and he doesn't even have to like blast it or anything. I love. Takes that space over, waits till the screen's all lined up, finds that perfect gap top cheese. Oh man,
you know the play is worked out well when it is a shot like that. It's not I have to shoot this as hard as I can. It's not I just put it into the open net.
And it's not like there's an opening, I can capitalize on it. It's I'm going to step over there and score in 3 seconds.
Exactly.
Oh, that's so good.
How many more to get Binnington in the game?
Oh, man. Well, come to think of it so far, that first goal's outstanding. There's no way Hofer has that. Second goal, soft. Third goal, I can't even remember because they scored too many. And then that one is just a beautiful shot.
Second goal was soft. But
second goal was soft. What was the third?
Pure Necas. Third goal was
Drouin's
on the power play, so...
Yeah, I don't think it's really Hofer's fault, but 4 in 18 minutes is not a good. It's not good for you, bud.
Second one's on him.
Definitely, second one's on him.
Fourth one, I'm not saying it's on him, but he never sees it.
Yeah, but you don't. I mean, unless you're friggin' that walrus or Hellebuck,
it's
just not big enough to block that. It's ridiculous. He's a good boy. Ooh, 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 ooh. I love that commercial. Want to lick the bottle? I'm done with it.
Duncan! Yeah, I mean, 100%. The Avs need to go win 2 games in a row, but you can only win the game you're in at any given time. Man, I'm St. Louis. I'm mad. We're getting owned. I'm upset. This is my living room.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever called 8-0, looking great right now.
Yeah. Be bold, brother. Stop what's with these easy predictions, 8-0. The protest on this one. Ooh. These.
Treats.
Was this something your folks gave you, or is this something you got for him, Sarah?
No, we got that for them.
No brain, no potato, no legumes.
What are we chatting about on this penalty here?
They're really nice for treats.
Bedsy looks confused.
It's like pretty ass dog.
Like it's the Whole Foods of dog treats.
I don't even know that it's the Whole Foods. It's like the Gucci
Oh, damn.
of dog.
Balenciaga.
Did Jonathan Drouin just check Uso Parsonen right there? Burgess saw contact and was like, shit.
My God. 20 shots in the first period is absurd.
Have the Avs played a more dominant period this season? Probably not.
How many games have the Avs had where they were struggling to put up 20 shots all game?
Not that many, but enough.
Enough that in 20 minutes, they
Yeah,
have 18.
the Avs have not had a single period or a single game in which they've been on pace to score 60 shots. That's an outrageous number.
That's true. It's a fun game. It looks like I get to stay in the living room for
looks like
now.
you're allowed back. You might have to live here now, actually.
Hey, Nate just needs 2 more for that.
Well, what about a Drouin hat trick? Where does that put you? That was slick. You're going to see this game get fun. The Avs are going to start doing Globetrotter shit now.
Nate just spinning the puck on his finger.
Ooh, did miss the net. Nice.
Disgusting.
Is he a boy toy? Does Necas qualify for team male model? I don't know. I'm not convinced.
He's a little beady, a little thin for my type, but each their own. I can't help you, dude. That's not my call. I'm sorry.
You can let him out. Just won't go out.
I mean, he'll
That's
go
akin
out when
to-
we go out.
Yeah,
They already had dinner then.
Yeah. He's just a needy boy.
Don't worry about it. We'll be out there in short order. You know
But in
me.
about 21 seconds if there's no whistles.
Just singing the song. His tail's wagging.
No, he's
He's just telling me a story.
just reliving his youth when he whined all day every day. Even though we played with you all day, Rex.
It's never enough.
Oh,
imagine.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Best period of the season, chat? Probably.
You're welcome.
We're taking our break. I gotta pee so bad, so
Me too.
we'll see you in 10 minutes.
So I go, and then I hear equipment guy, Peter Miller, screaming, was not very happy. And I'm like, what is going on? And I look around, and he's holding the jersey like this, and he's like, who's the moron that signed this jersey? And then I raise my hand, I look at Peter, I'm like, I'm sorry, like, who's this for? And he's like, it's not for anybody. This is for Yannick Perreault. Welcome to Story with Biggie. Here's my first story of the year. We're going to have some stories like this about some funny moments throughout my career. I don't know why I'm thinking about this particular one today, but I'll tell you one thing. It's my rookie year in LA. We are playing at the old Winnipeg Arena that had the big Queen Elizabeth painting. That was awesome. I love that building. It was so fun to play in there with the passionate fans of Winnipeg. And I'm a rink rat, and I used to always get there so early. Believe it or not, in LA, I actually had the locker room key. Back then was an old lock, and you had to have the key to get in there on the visiting rooms of every building in the NHL. And then we're in Winnipeg on a cold January night, whatever it was. I'm in there, and I walk in there. There's always like things that you see that you know are normal to do. Example, like signings. If it's a practice day, usually there's always stuff to get signed for little brothers or cousins or neighbors, and guys bring it in the room, and it's usually laid out like this, like it's a jersey or whatever it is, or a hat, and there's always a marker next to it. And anyway, so I'm there and I'm grabbing my coffee and I'm, whatever, starting to get ready and get organized, and guys are starting to trickle in, and I see this, the beautiful LA Kings jersey, right there laying on the table, right in the middle of the room, next to the gum and the tape, and then all the extra stuff that, don't forget the bullets, Anyway, so I see this jersey, and I'm a nice guy, so I go there and I grab the marker and I see this jersey, and I think it's weird because it's a game day. Usually on game days you don't have things like that, but I don't think about it. I'm like, hey, you know what? I'll just sign it. So I signed the front of the jersey with a metallic Sharpie on a nice black LA Kings. Back then, black was road jerseys. So I write my name, and then guys are starting to come in, and next thing you know, there's about, 12, 13, 14 signatures on the jersey, and I go about my other part of my routine before the game, because remember, we're not superstitious. It's just part of the routine. Anyway, so I go, and then I hear this equipment guy, Peter Miller, screaming, was not very happy, and I'm like, what is going on? And I look around, and he's holding the jersey like this, and he's like, who's the moron that signed this jersey? And then I raise my hand, I look at Peter, I'm like, I'm sorry, like, who's this for? And he's like, it's not for anybody. This is for Yannick Perreault. He was a call-up that day, and they had gotten that jersey done right there in Winnipeg for him to wear that night. It's his jersey for tonight. So, God, I felt so bad. It's like 6 o'clock at night. The game is warm-ups in like 20 minutes. He's got about 15 signatures everywhere on his jersey on metallic pen. Oh my God! I tell you one thing, I wanted to die. And everybody said, "Who's the one? Who's the first one?" And I couldn't hide. I'm always the first one in the dressing room, so they all knew it was me. So I'm like, "It is me." All you saw was a jersey with black spray paint all over, like the 13, 14 signatures. And I tell you, it was so funny. Everybody was dying, and you could see at face-offs, guys from Winnipeg are looking at it like, where'd they find that jersey? It was the funniest thing. Peter Miller, I apologize. Saw him at the rookie face-off the other day. We were still talking about that crazy pregame in Winnipeg, where it was my fault that we signed actually a game jersey for that night of Yannick Perreault. That was a call-up that night. That was a story with Big E.
You're live.
Hello, we're back.
You're back.
Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, that's probably the most dominant period of the season for the Avs. That was crazy. I don't know that you could do better. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to put a timeline on Val. All I'll say is he won't be back before the break. I'll put it to you that way. Well, Yanni Gord just had hernia surgery, so he might not be an option anymore.
That's my spot, miss.
Silly. Silly. No.
Let's do a test.
Hey.
Yeah.
Silly.
Which one's cuter, chat? Old boy or crazy girl?
Oh. How are you so bad?
Tiff said Electric Callboy is solid. I didn't listen to it. I'm not gonna lie, DJ.
I've been listening to them all week. I love them. I'm gonna go to Berlin just so I can see them because they don't have any US states coming up.
Wamp, wamp.
Wamp wamp. I love them.
Goldman Rex is cuter.
Sylvie had words. How dare you?
All right, the secret is everyone has a favorite child. They just won't tell you.
No, it's 2025. Tell the world. Tell the world who your favorite is. It's
You
okay.
all know my youngest sister is my parents' favorite.
I not until this very minute, DJ, but I did just send them to myself on Spotify to check out later.
Yeah, Necas and McCarr's total point totals are very similar. As puck is down for the second period, a verbal time sync, 19:53, 52, 51, 50. Good news, Altitude's clock is working today.
They know what a second is. It's a good start.
I mean, genuinely, is the rest of this game for the Avs just don't do anything too stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I knew they blew a 3-goal lead to Edmonton 2 weeks ago, but one, that's Edmonton, and two, this is a 4-goal lead.
Yeah. I don't know how many trash cans you have to kick in the St. Louis locker room to come back from 6 shots in the first.
Oh, just make it 5!
Oh! Trickles under the glove. Nature's hungry. Smells blood.
Why have one person on a heavy watch when you can have two?
Ooh, trick-a-coo.
I mean, the Gordon situation is weird because the tweet Seattle put out said the hernia surgery is a 5 to 7 week recovery, which conveniently lines right up with the NHL trade deadline.
We're good.
So it could still happen around deadline day, but not before that. So you've had 2 power play goals and you've had essentially 2 top line goals tonight. Would not mind seeing a
Goalie goal. Blackwood coming in
sure,
hot.
but a depth goal. I guess Drouin's sort of on the second line, really. I don't know. They keep moving Lecky up and down. It's weird.
Whoa. He's from the future, confirmed.
Is he?
Well, no.
Yeah.
That's
He's from the present, and he goes to the future. Except for in the sequel where he goes to the past. Or is it the other way around?
no. You're right. Well, wait. Isn't it? No. He goes to the past in the first one.
Okay. So yeah, I think it is the second one that goes to the future.
The second one goes to the future. Third one, he goes to like cowboy times.
Yeah, way past.
Way
Yeah.
past. Isn't he? Doesn't Michael J. Fox play two people in the past one, in the cowboy one?
I don't remember. I do remember that. I think that was the first movie that explored the, like, you're your own grandparent paradox.
Right, the singular timeline theory.
DJ, the
Well, no.
the playlist on Spotify that's like "This Is Electric Callboy." I listened to
Did
that
almost
whole
see
thing
in the past.
several times, so I know that's not all of their songs, but yeah, that playlist several times.
Yeah. Objectively, the PP has been significantly better since Necas.
It's almost as if you don't need a top 5 goal scorer in the league when you have Nathan McKinnon and Cale Makar. It's almost like that. It's almost like the team's good enough without it. Not even close.
Yeah,
Not
what
even
was that?
close, brother.
It's interesting because I do think there was an element of that. Like, I'm not saying it was the only problem on the power play, but McKinnon and Rantanen fed off of each other in this. I don't know if it was stubbornness necessarily, but a refusal to move your feet with those two.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, we've kind of talked about this, but Necas' skill set is everything else that Rantanen, not that Rantanen couldn't do, but just wasn't his calling card. And so it's really cool because it enables all the other weapons that aren't leaning specifically onto Mikko's strengths.
Sure.
And it's a fun shakeup. Obviously, it hasn't been too terribly exciting over the last, most recent stretch, but you're seeing some of the fruit of what that can mean tonight. It's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, Necas has arguably been their best player since the trade. So, good save, good save.
Couple good ones. Oh boy,
That's a bad turnover.
it's a worse turnover.
It is. Ooh, breakaway.
And a whistle.
Penalty against the Avs here.
Yeah, saw that coming.
Yeah.
Looking for an excuse. I was like, what?
Not going to be too upset about a penalty in the state of this current game.
All right, what happened here? I didn't even see.
We're always doing phrasing, Chad. Yeah, I didn't actually see the slash either, but
He's the one that barely touched the gloves.
that reaction was like, yeah, right.
And here it is, the one-handed. Oh yeah, oh savage! Lock him away. In-person hearing.
I mean, he got him on the hands. What do you want?
Yeah, they were eagle eye watching for any sticks above the waist.
Exactly. I don't know. Like, if you're not getting JT Miller, who's no longer on the table, like, what better center is available?
I'm telling you, it's worse than goalies for an actual 2C in this league right now.
Yep. I don't even
it's so
disagree.
hard.
Every good 2C in the league, some team believes can be a 1C. Like,
The 2C themselves certainly believe it.
yeah.
I mean, look at the money Kadri asked for a couple years back.
Right. He got $8 million from Calgary, which I know with the salary cap going up, it doesn't seem like that much, but at the time, $8 million with a flat cap was fucking crazy.
Yeah, that was they suffered.
Yeah.
They suffered for that. Between that and Huberdeau,
Yeah, the Huberdeau deal. Woof.
man. Especially because it's like at first that's happening. You're like, yeah, it's a slump. It happens. Poor timing, whatever. And now at this point, you're like, I don't know, dude. I don't know what happened to that guy.
Yeah. No, I think the Miller return was about right for the Rangers. Obviously, like, a first is expensive for a guy that you feel like Vancouver has to move, but that, like, how much more could have Vancouver actually got for a place. They're between a rock and a hard place with Miller there because everyone knows they're trying to move that guy, and no one has to force it.
No, yeah. Which is extra surprising that they didn't have to retain anything of his salary.
Yeah, and
you thought for sure that I would get leaned on.
I'm confident that's why the Avs ended up out of that deal. Is because the Avs aren't going to do that for full price.
Oh, I'm so glad. Like, yes, JT Miller has great skill. I just don't like the guy, and I don't think he would have been good for the locker room.
Amen,
I'm
brother.
glad he wasn't in our
brother.
media cycle. I'm cool with him going anywhere else.
I still don't know. So I can tell you that this rumor is true, but I don't know which is which.
Okay.
One of Miller and Pettersson was sleeping with the other's woman.
Okay.
That part I know is true. Supposedly, they got him pregnant.
How do you know this? What? That's crazy. That's crazy. Also, it had to be Miller. So I'll cut that out right now. Complete speculation, but come on. That's whoosh. Yeah, glad he's not here. Don't need that juju.
Not our problem, for
Not our
sure.
problem. And it's just perfect for the Rangers because they have just been one of the more dramatic teams this year of all the NHL drama that's happened. And not even like because of player drama, but because of why are they so bad at hockey this year suddenly?
Because fuck them, that's why.
Because apparently Zibanejad is just Zabana bad. Hey-o.
I cannot reveal my sources on these things.
It's a fever dream.
I mean, yeah, Brock Nelson would be a pure rental. And if you're getting a pure rental, you're getting that to play alongside Middlestat, not like in replace of him.
Hot take, they were just swinging, and it was all above board. Everyone was in on it. It was the least dramatic part of Pettersson and Miller's relationship was them swinging.
I mean, it's not swinging necessarily, but like professional athletes having open relationships is not an unusual thing. I'll put it to you that way.
No, yeah. Cool pass to find out of that mess.
That was pretty wild. Weird shot selection, but whatever.
Whatever, indeed. Take the ozone face off on that one.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it on stream if you couldn't tell people. Again, someone was sleeping with someone's girlfriend. That's the only part I know for sure. The other part is all speculation.
I still wonder how many illegitimate children from the bubble playoffs is going to come to fruition in the next 15 years. Just a random assortment of bastard children going in the first round out of nowhere. It's like the Olympic Village at that point.
You can't say it for the NHL, but the NBA had their bubble at Disney World.
Anyways. I love Fridays. Best day of the week by a mile. There's some pizza commercial way back in the day. I don't remember who, probably Domino's, but they're like, Tuesday's the next Friday. And I've always resented them for that. There's no way.
It's not.
It's not even close. Isn't there, this is a while ago now, but there's like some app that VIPs and professional sport athletes and whatever, it's like Tinder, but only for them. Where they just pick through the hottest people and they just are like, you, this hotel room, go. And that's just like all it takes. Different. They live in a different existence than the rest of us.
I know at least 2 people on that app.
Wow.
And I got to tell you, hockey players are crazy.
What's that, Raya?
Huh?
Raya?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Raya!
This is my house.
Mm-hmm. And depending on H's performance, might be mine too.
You have your own house now.
That's true. I've had one house, yes, but what about second house?
I haven't even had a second house yet, buddy. Slow your roll here.
Oh, that's the stairs are fake. That's just a picture.
That's
of
a
stairs.
background.
Yeah. Brock Nelson is gritty. What?
That makes.
Oh, and he's a gritty player.
Oh, is okay.
He is gritty.
Not the mascot.
I was like, whoa, this is bigger news than the whole affairs situation we were just talking about. Hey, Seawolf, I'm going to be heading down to Texas in a couple weeks here for business.
This is technically a living room. There's just a kitchen behind it.
Mm.
All right.
Open concept.
I pushed hard for this. My wife was like, I don't know. And I was like, trust me. And now she's like, you were right.
Super millennial open concept.
Dude, houses are weird. A lot of the houses we looked at that were built anywhere between like the 50s and 80s, some of the layouts that people have tried to convert. There was one where the walk-in closet, there was like a hallway where there's bedrooms on both sides, but then the master bedroom, they shortened the hallway and then cut halfway into the room. Their walk-in closet is just half of the bedroom all the way down, and that left this weird hallway office space room. And it was like, what are you thinking? What has happened here?
Puck loose. Nah.
Good keep.
Girl.
Gotta stay clean.
What up, Nate? Alaska. Damn, it's like the afternoon for you still. I guess not. That's like Hawaii. Alaska, it's like 5 a.m. or something. McKinnon!
Ooh, good save. Not a bad move. Better save.
Oh, is it Arkansas? Is Arkansas? No, AK is Alaska, right? I'm not crazy.
Bro, I don't even know anymore.
AR is Arkansas.
Arkansas?
Arkansas. How big is the TV? Not big enough. It's only like 45, I think.
Yeah, but it's supplemented by 15 monitors in this room behind it.
My home battle station setup has 4 monitors and the TV plugged in, so 5 monitors.
Bro, are any of those going in USB? How do you have that many like ports?
I have 2 graphics cards.
Oh, how does that, man? I've tried to do that a couple times, and I just haven't. I keep trying to like Frankenstein it together, and every time my computer is like, "What are you doing? I hate this," and everything breaks.
Are my graphics cards are separate? I don't have them like linked.
Oh,
And so they're just 2 separate things, and it works fine.
so how do you like designate which one a given program uses, or does that just happen?
Just
automatically?
whatever monitor you plug into whichever graphics card.
Oh, weird. Okay.
And like you can't. It does have. As I'm moving it from a monitor from one graphics card to the other, it's like, wait a minute. But
Try to orient yourself. So here, then. Okay, good.
I did not watch the PWHL game tonight. No.
Oh, that was almost a steal with a wide open net. It is getting fun. Like, they haven't necessarily gone off the gas at all, but outside of that power play, St. Louis has really struggled to even cross the red line.
Yeah,
It's been embarrassing.
like the Avs ridiculous dominated the first, and like
That's a trip.
they've let the pedal off a little bit here, but St. Louis has not taken anything from them.
Like, I just fell over the blue line.
How close is Grand Rapids to Detroit?
Oh man, you're asking the wrong guy. I'm so bad at geography. It's not. It's really far considering like the UP and stuff, but it's yeah.
Lando from chat saying what's up from Grand Rapids.
Yo, buddy, how is life in Michigan these days? It's been a while since I've been back there.
Yeah, that's right. They do live there.
Also, how have the Griffins been? Have they been fun to watch, or with all the prospects actually going up to the Wings, has it been just getting like sadder and sadder to watch that team? Because now what? Even with what's his name just came up because Soderblom and Shine and like there was a screenshot of like all of their starting players from the start of this year are all on the Red Wings roster right now.
Shine really on the Detroit plane.
What'd I say?
Shine really on the Detroit plane. Oldest player, rookie game ever.
You gotta feel so good for guys like that. Though.
Absolutely. Like that's
grinding their
cool
whole
moment.
life, and they get to actually come to the show. That is really cool for them.
2.5 hours. Okay, that's not that far. That's like double Fort Collins from here.
That's what I figured, man. You can't have it both. The Grand Rapids Griffins have been very well. Some years they've been very good. They've been very decent at absolute least for like the last 8 years, and now the comeuppance is upon you.
Is Casa the truth? Like, is he the future for them?
Goalies are weird, bro.
Amen to that.
Yeah, but what do you say? Ian or Landonic? Landon LC?
Is it an L or an I? I don't know, man. I watch too much F1, so I just assume it's Lando. I thought he was like 31.
Yeah, I think Shine's up there.
I have one nice monitor.
He is 31.
The other three, actually, my nice monitor is breaking and has problems. I need to get a new one.
The monitor's breaking?
Yeah.
What did you do?
I tipped it over to plug something in. On the right side now, there's a bunch of lines that can't show blue correctly.
So they're not like artifacting, but every now and again you're like, oh, right,
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
You gotta hope that the whole system's goalie situation has been question marks for so long at this point. Pretty much since Jimmy Howard left the team, it's been like, what are we even doing here?
At least Peter Mrazek's not your problem anymore.
Oh my god, yeah, we're happy about that. But she's really the only one. Like even like Bernier, oh man, somebody was listing stats of like the number of 40 plus save shutouts, or not even shutouts, 40 plus save games.
Sure.
And Jimmy Howard had like 8 of them. But Bernier, even in the short time he was playing, not even always as the starter, had like 3 games he had to put up with like 45 plus shots. It's like, oh my god, that poor guy. That team was so bad. I love a franchise goalie, and like like I said, goalies are weird in that he could still develop for like another 3 years. You know, he's been in development for already however long.
25 is like reasonably young for a goalie.
Yeah. Plus, he's such a big guy. Love a big goalie.
He is large.
I guess I love a big goalie so much as just at this point in the league, when you have a short goalie, it's like, oh my god,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
Are you as good as UC Saros? No? Get out.
Yeah.
What is U of H? Which U of H are we talking about here? This is, as far as I know, the Miller-Pedersen thing is not, no one has confirmed it publicly, but people I've talked to have said it. And I trust the people that I've talked to about it.
His source is just me and a mustache. Don't tell him.
Get up if you want, Bubba.
Come on, buddy. Get on. Get up. Get on up.
You can do it.
That's halfway. There you go.
leg for the
Oh yeah.
It's so
Better that than eating a whole
Mm.
cushion.
Yeah, one of the first purchases we got in our house was like this big ass sectional couch. And Katie's like, we got to keep this nice. And it's like, first of all, no, we don't. Second of all, we can't. We have 2 dogs that we let just sprint around our house all day long.
I can
It's going.
confirm that my source is not Adrian David. You should be in bed, girl.
Silly.
Pooch wants to take over the world, I'm pretty sure.
She could too.
She could.
Oh, yeah. Good job.
She's so cute.
She's so much better at puppy dog eyes than Rex ever was. Like,
She really is. Rex is just puppy dog mouth.
does Kale get to 30 this year? Probably not. I bet he gets to 25 though.
Take my melody.
I mean, they're like, it's crazy to think about, but like Cale Makar could not play another game this year, and he would have scored more goals than most forwards. Like,
Oh, good save.
it looks so clean too.
Yeah.
But
My eyes aren't what they used to be, but it looked like it was going under the glove.
we were thinking about getting a 60-inch TV, but we'd have to rearrange our whole living room at that point.
Yeah. Have you been over to our house ever since we actually got it put together?
I don't know. Like, the last time I was there was when you had everybody over.
Yeah. I like our TV mount is one of my favorite things of all time.
Oh, yeah.
I like almost anywhere in the house outside of inside of a closed bedroom, you can just tilt the TV and watch it from there.
Hell yeah.
It's my favorite thing.
If you take it off the wall, don't do that.
Yeah.
That's not bad. It's not bad at all.
It was better before I didn't understand the TV mount and broke our drywall.
Excuse me. I almost really severely messed up when I was mounting it
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Good job.
because I couldn't find the screws that came with the mount because we took it from our old place.
Mike.
So I was like, I'll just figure it out. I'll just use different screws. And so I was using the same kind of screw I mount everything else on. And then I found the screws that the TV mount has.
Our mount, not that big, and those weren't screws. Those are fucking bolts.
Yeah, bolts. They're big sons of bitches. And oh!
Come on, help Blackwood here. The objective of the rest of this game is to help Mackenzie Blackwood.
Yeah, get him the shutty.
Oh. Silly. Yes.
It just hasn't been a very interesting second period. The Avs have let their foot off the gas for sure, and St. Louis has not honestly done much. That last shift was dangerous, but the rest of the period, they have not done much.
No. It seems like both periods for St. Louis, they had a little bit of juice in the first 5 minutes, and then it just dried up so fast. Sick. I love a big old bonfire.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of places do stuff like that. Just don't pour a bunch of accelerant into the bonfire and create a bomb.
Or do.
Or do. I mean, just know what you're doing.
Or don't. This is not legal advice. Now I remember.
Yeah, I'm not saying the Avs having shitty face-offs is a good thing, but they won the cup with the 31st best face-off percentage in the league. It's just not. Face-offs only matter when they matter is the way that we put it. And neutral zone face-offs, meaningless. All of them, meaningless. Even most in-zone face-offs are meaningless, but they do matter a little bit more.
That was cool. Fleury's shutout against Montreal.
Yeah. How can you not love Neff?
You gotta. Part of you even has to think that Montreal's just like, let's just let him have it.
He's our boy.
Yeah. We don't have to win this game. It doesn't matter.
The first one I.
What is that? What is that dance?
Who's actually spelling out donut? What psychopath? My prediction for 3C at the deadline, I don't know how did I have a good answer for you. I can tell you we're going to reveal our draft board next week. So be sure to tune into the off-day pods. Yeah, without revealing names on the list, the Avs deadline is very easy. You need a middle six center, and you need a probably number 4, number 5 D.
Achievable.
You heard MMA.
No.
Fleury first ballot Hall of Fame, probably.
His children.
He's won what? 3 cups, even if he was only the starter
Why would I-
for one of
why would
them.
I don't know.
He's had multiple Vezina finalist performances. It's a pretty easy
It's
Hall
so
of Fame
catchy.
career.
I bet you both of my brothers have, though, with their
I
little
don't know.
children.
She's Australian, so a lot of US people have it.
They all watch Bluey, and that's an Australian show. Isn't it?
That's true. Oh,
Jordan's kid's pretty old now, isn't it?
5.
Yeah, that's
she's not listening to MMA anymore.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
which is Gabe having a second one? Am I crazy?
That's crazy.
Crazy?
He literally just told us the other day that they're keeping it a little quiet, but yes, they just had a positive test.
Okay, I didn't know it was that far along.
No.
So much for keeping it quiet.
I mean, I don't think anyone here is going to burst that bubble.
That's true.
Keep it hush hush, chat.
Gabe is watching right now. Okay, sorry, buddy.
He was, Holfer, whole body. You're living on the edge, brother. That was psycho. He was telling me one of his friends was like, is Micah on a Avalanche podcast thing? And he's like, no. And then he's like, are you sure? And like sent him the link to the watch along. And he's like, oh, I guess he is. It's a tight-knit group of 133 of us. We go way back.
My prediction for the defenseman is Brian Dumoulin, for the record. The forward, couldn't tell you.
Oh my God, my brother just texted me. I was going to watch it and roast you alive, but he was responding to something else in the group thread. And I was like, oh God. He knows.
Nah. Fleury deserves to be in the Hall. I get it. There's some stat accumulation there, for sure. But he deserves it nonetheless.
I mean, from his time in Pittsburgh alone, no?
Yep. Thoughts on USA 4 Nation jersey? It's better than Canada's. I think Canada's sucks. Of the 4, I think Canada's is the worst.
I like those goalie pads, though, for Canada.
I
Those are
haven't seen the
clean.
goalie pads.
They're like this weird brownish color, almost like throwback. But I don't know. I like them.
Interesting.
But I don't like a lot of popular things as far as jerseys are concerned. Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Petrie.
Fuck you.
What's not to like?
Honestly, I'd take him over David Savard, to be fair.
Well, there you go. Deal, done deal.
No.
And thank you. Thank you. All right, fine. We'll retain half his salary. You got me.
I think USA is a little boring. I think the best one is Finland's. I love the Suomi jersey. Oh boy, another Avs power play.
Don't need it.
Oh my god, yeah, you're trying Globetrotter shit now. You don't care. Drouin hat trick though. Little tip action, little tip gamer.
Oh, wow.
This team has gone full cute mode, and if they're gonna do it when you're up 4-0, I understand.
I almost feel like just keep dancing for the next 40 seconds to
totally.
take 2 clean
Get
minutes
full
into the
two.
third.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I'm not from Finland, so I don't know if they did something ridiculous like recolor the coat of arms or whatever.
He just laid down.
That edge is so loud.
Yeah, it is. It sounded like a cardboard box.
It's good though. It's got it actually grabs the floor. I'm like,
Oh, that is
slid
handy.
everywhere.
Yeah, ours slide everywhere too. Linoleum hardwood.
Yeah. All right, so Operation Feed Jonathan is a go. Just play the song. We'll get not banned, probably. I played the There I Ruined It of Tool, or no, it was Pearl Jam the other day.
That's a good channel.
Which I like their channel. The There I Ruined It of Pearl Jam is genuinely how every Pearl Jam song sounds.
You're like, is this not just Pearl Jam?
Yeah, right.
Oh boy.
Wow, come on, Mackenzie. Oh, good D.
Wow.
Great job, Kale.
Kale McCarr.
Oh,
What?
How's that a penalty? Oh, it's the end of the period. I'm stupid.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, what even happened?
Yeah.
What? Kale McCarr is too good at hockey. 2 minutes. Fuck that guy.
If I'm being honest, that was a really boring period, but the Avs are up 4-0, so I love it, Chad.
Oh, that's great.
That's where it is. We're taking our break. We'll be back in 10 to 15.
All right. Well, here's a funny little story. So, God, I'm going to say early 2000s, playing for the New York Rangers, MSG, world's most famous arena, the blue shirts, Broadway. It doesn't get any better than that. I tell you, folks, it was so fun to play for the Rangers. What a unique experience. And anyway, So one of those nights, it's like a January night, and we were struggling as a team, the New York Rangers that year. We didn't fare too good. We had a very high payroll, a lot of expectations, a lot of pressure. We just couldn't just, it just couldn't come together as a team, and for me personally too. It was not a very good season. So I was struggling. I was trying to hang on. I was desperately trying to stay in the league. And anyway, one of those nights, I want to say it was Tampa Bay. And we had a tough night. The old pesky Rangers lost. I want to say it was 8-1. It was a drubbing. It was bad. We didn't touch the puck. It was awful. And same thing. When the game ends, obviously I was married, and my wife Jill of 25 years, was at the game. And so after the game at MSG, you got to walk a little bit and go towards the green room to pick up your family. At the time, we had no kids. And so anyway, I was just walking there, and I was really, really mad, to be honest with you. I didn't talk to anybody, just put my suit on and went down to the green room, picked up my wife, and said, all right, let's go. Well, probably, like I said, I didn't say a word. I just kind of nodded at her. We're out of here. And at MSG, it's a little complicated because it is, obviously in Manhattan, and then you have to go across the street, and then the parking garage is over there that the players use, and it's hard, it's complicated. It's like a valet system, and it takes forever. So again, that night was nothing different. It took forever to get the car. So you're talking a good 20, 25 minutes by the time I picked her up in the green room, walked all the way to the parking garage, got in the car. We lived in the city there, not too far from MSG. And, so there's a lot of traffic in New York City. If you've never been there, it's a little unique. It's a little crazy. So we hit a few lights, and finally my wife said, hey, honey, but at least you played well. And so I didn't say anything, and then I kind of looked at her, and I was like, what'd you say? She's like, well, I know you guys lost, and you're a team player, and I know you guys got killed, but hey, I thought you played really well, honey. And I looked at her, and I was in disbelief. And what I said to her after that, we still talk about it, like you're talking about 30 years later. But I looked at her and I said, honey, I was a healthy scratch. I was not dressed for this game. And that's why I was mad, because I was a healthy scratch. And her face was unbelievable. She felt so bad that she had no idea that I hadn't played, that was not dressed. But I tell you one thing, it was one of the best nights after that. We laughed, and that's what I needed. Just put things in perspective. And, I kind of left everything there at work. I didn't bring work home, and it was fun. And, we went out to eat, and I had a smile on my face, and that's exactly what the doctor had ordered. And, but I tell you one thing, she won't live that one down, and she still doesn't. See, we're still talking about it. It's one of my favorite stories of all time. Love my wife, but at a hockey game, she had no idea. She never looked at anything. She never looked at what was going on. All she did was sit in the stands and talk with the other ladies and her friends and whoever was in town. And she never realized that I was never dressed.
Unmuted.
Woo! What's it like, chat? How are you guys enjoying an easy game? Feels like it's been a while. Like, I know the Avs have had a couple of their last few wins have been a lot of goals, but they haven't felt easy, right? This one feels easy.
I don't think it's that hard to explain at all. It's in the description.
I mean, watch-alongs are a pretty common thing in the modern day of sports, right? Like, people know what those are.
Watch along.
I would love to stream the game with my watch-along, but, you know, if we get about a couple $100,000 of super chats, we could afford the streaming rights to the Avs. So we're a little short on that, Mark.
He doesn't.
It's no different than like hanging out with your friends watching a hockey game. That's the objective. Like you're on my couch right here with me. I don't know about Saad. Like, I do think the age wall is hitting Saad a little bit. I'm sure he'll be fine in Vegas, but I don't think he's the player that he used to be. Yeah, we got beers in the fridge. Go grab yourself one. I mean, I think genuinely the Avs need another D. I don't think their bottom pairing has been good enough. I think people are a little overblown on how bad Manson's been. Not that he's been good, but I think the conversation with Manson is his style of game. You expect an uptick in the playoffs, right? So you kind of live with what you get in the regular season because you know he's going to blow people up in the playoffs for you. But their bottom pairing hasn't been good enough. You need better.
You think you were thirsty? Yeah, I'm not leaving it in there.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, there's a lot of people who are fans of, especially in modern sports, there are fans that are not necessarily local or don't have communities, and that's what things like the watch along are trying to be. We create a community that goes beyond local. Yeah, I mean, Ferraro's an option. I definitely think he'll end up on our trade board. Yeah, Manson's been good tonight. No complaint. I mean, let's be honest. How are you complaining about anyone tonight? The Avs have played an A+ game. Yeah, I mean, if you're playing Middleton in the playoffs, you have a problem. Nothing against the guy. I understand what he brings, but you need more hockey ability in the playoffs. Yick. A little 3-on-1 action here. Good save by Blackwood. There you go. Step up for the rest of this period now, Avs.
Sorry, fam. Altitude Plus freaking out on me. As
I
of
got
the
you.
time.
1910, 09, 08, 07, 06. Michael will be back in a minute. You tell him, girl.
Someone was weak.
You and Jordan Bennington can be mad. Yeah, look. The part that people don't like, and I get it, like, you like your hockey team, you like your guys on your team. But if there is a move available to be made that makes you better, you do it. It's not that complicated from a business side, right? Let me wait till the whistle, and I'll show you, Sylvie. Hang on. If you want, yeah. I'll just grab the camera if you don't want one. It's all good. I mean, I'm just not going to complain too much about what you give up when it's a 4-0 game. The objective of this game in this period is no injuries. Like, win the game and no injuries. That's all that's left in this game for the Avs, right? You have a great opportunity to save your legs. You're going to roll 4 lines. You've set yourself up for massive success, not just tonight, but you keep yourself fresh for the next game at home as well. What are you mad about? Oh, okay. Yeah.
First.
What is that? Oh, like for water? All right, chat. Best Nintendo game. What do we got? If you answer anything, but I mean, my answer would be Zelda or Pokemon. I would also accept Mario. I believe any other answer is incorrect.
Fighting words.
Yeah, the Avs are cruising through this period, but that's fine. They have earned the right. Wario, Tiff, get it together. I would say series. Give me a series. Best series, not necessarily best individual game. A lot of Mario, some Zelda. Mega Man is a fair shout. I'm not going to argue with that. Final Fantasy isn't Nintendo, so that doesn't really count. I'm not a big Donkey Kong guy. Like, I get it. I respect the choice, but it's not for me.
Oh.
I don't think Mortal Kombat's Nintendo either. Yep. Get Blackie the shutout. Protect the wooden wall. Smash is an interesting category, right? Because it's just an amalgamation of, amalgamation, I should say, of a bunch of games. Sure, Final Fantasy was on NES, but as the game has evolved, it's become a PlayStation game, right? Ooh, I don't know about that. I think Micah will fight you on that one.
Whatever it is, yeah.
Best Final Fantasy game.
7.
This guy says 6.
Oh, that's an interesting take.
What's your favorite game in 7? Just
favorite-
7? Like 7 Remake? Crisis Core?
OG, Final Fantasy 7. I mean, there's a fair bit of nostalgia creating that bias, but yeah, the game's legit.
Okay, I promised you guys I'd let Sylvie out when there was a whistle, and it's been 5 straight minutes about it. So.
Doesn't feel like it.
Sylvie, come here.
She said nothing.
Yeah, Micah's too cool. Cooler than me.
She's just happy to be here.
Running.
Yes. Yes.
I actually really liked Final Fantasy 13. I know a bunch of people hate it, but come here, girl. Yeah, you come here. Leave room for Micah. Here's puppy Sylvie.
Hey, buddy, come here. Oh, you good boy. Hey, this peanut butter treat. Let's smell it.
Sylvie's gonna get it. She stole it from me.
Got it. Oh my god.
Oh,
Sylvie.
Yeah.
To be fair, I haven't played Remake, but I just don't want to have to play the 6 games it's going to take. Get that out.
Sylvie.
I love you too. I love you too. It's a fool's errand. Nope. Get done.
Oh boy.
See, this is why we have the dogs for the watch-alongs. So when the game's 4-0 in the third period.
Whoa, what a
There's
jump.
excitement.
What a jump.
Sylvie. Sylvie. Hey. Okay.
I'm bigger than you.
Yeah.
Sylvie.
What do I bench? Bro,
You used to bench a lot these days.
I think I maxed at 215. That was
way more
a
than
decade ago at this point.
My max was like 150.
I was a big boy in high school. 215 was just like getting out of bed. That's what it took.
In high school, 150 was like my body weight, to be fair.
Yeah, it was good.
Okay.
The only way I lifted that much though is because I had power weight training with John Schaefer.
Well, that just adds 40 to your
Yeah,
every
he
weight.
did not.
Yeah.
He did not accept laziness in that class. He's a real life Super Saiyan.
Shout out John Schaefer one time.
What a guy. Is he a
the
doctor?
second kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his second?
I don't know. Who's his wife now?
Bubble Bobble?
No idea.
I don't know, but she seems great. I think I met her briefly at his graduation.
First
when they were
wife
still
never
dating.
liked me. So.
Well, that's fine. It's probably more of a compliment than anything in the grand scheme.
I don't know what Bubble Bubble is. You're right, DJ. I guess I'm too young.
No. Bubble Bobble is the game with a little dinosaur. Is Bubble Break.
Oh,
but
that's Breakout.
no, but Bubble Bobble is the same game.
Is
for
it
sure.
the same game?
I'm like 95%
Like same
sure.
game
it's
as
the same.
Bust-A-Move? But same thing?
Oh shit! Am I thinking of Bust-A-Move? I gotta look up. Bubble Bobble.
I am a McDonald's fan more than BK. I'm not a Big Mac. I was a quarter
Dinosaurs.
pounder guy. Yeah, that's definitely the Breakout. All right.
Yeah, it's the same game. What's Bust-A-Move then?
I think it's the same thing, like just Americanized or whatever.
Bust-A-Move game, Puzzle Bobble Every Bubble. That's it. It's the same. exact
Same, yeah.
This looks like an older iteration of it.
Miles would go Zoom.
The Whopper has a special place in my heart recently just because my wife hates Burger King. And so every time I get a chance to like eat fast food on my own, which is less and less these days, I'm like, I'm going to go to Burger King.
Sorry, babe, I'm a BK.
Okay, I'm getting a Whopper.
I mean, I like the Whopper. Don't get me wrong.
I can't eat Whoppers.
My favorite fast food burger
They make me
is
so
by
sick.
far the guacamole bacon burger from Good Times.
I have no idea why.
Which how is Good Times outside of Colorado now, or are they Colorado only? I don't know.
I think they have some franchises out there, but they're not huge.
Yeah.
Maybe I planted my flowers.
Did you plant 500 of them or whatever you needed?
They have one location in Sheridan, Wyoming.
Okay.
That does not count as a You can lay down, girl. You were doing it before. Good girl.
The double quarter pounder is really good. I used to like it a lot, and then I had ridiculously, I call it a traumatic experience, but all that happened was I was driving back from Lincoln, Nebraska, and I was starving out of my mind, and I stop at a McDonald's to get food, and I get a double quarter pounder, and I'm so looking forward to it. And this place put, I don't know what they do. Is that live play or is this a replay?
It's live. Unnecessary penalty there. Just let Blackwood make the save, man.
Right, you'd be fine. This thing was like quarter-inch deep of grease in the container. Like, I am a greasy dude. I will eat some nasty greasy food. I couldn't eat stomach even touching this thing. It was so sick.
I'm fine with McDonald's. In high school, I got put off McDonald's for a while because, funnily enough, John Schaefer
Had that card or whatever.
We got like 45 double cheeseburgers from McDonald's one day for lunch or something. And you're on double cheeseburger 11, which by this point is fucking cold. And I'm like,
oh man, there's too many stories like that with him.
Yeah.
Like he was the one that showed me. He's like, we're going to Chipotle. We're gonna get it double wrapped, double meat, double like you can double everything. But the meat, they would charge you if you got double meat, but if you got like a half scoop chicken, half scoop of steak or whatever, they wouldn't charge you for that. And all the other additions were free at the time. And so I ended up with this 2-pound burrito that I wolfed down in 15 minutes before class because there's this huge line to get there. And I have never felt more sick in the middle of a period of high school. And I was just sitting there like, oh my God. It was the most heinous thing. The best story I have of John Schaefer was, outside of me almost killing the man accidentally.
yeah, that's your best story for sure.
That's the best one. Is he really enjoyed breaking the icebreakers liquid ice things.
Sure.
He'd break them on his fingers and then rub them on his eyelids.
That is a weird thing.
And he was like, man, it's just so refreshing. And like, he likes the tingle of it. And I'm like, all right, let's try this. And right before, I know you didn't have Mr. Romero, but he was like this scary football coach of a social studies teacher back in the day.
Yeah.
And I break this liquid ice things and I rub it on both my eyelids. And it gets in my eyes and just the most horrible pain.
Yeah.
They're swollen, they're red, I'm stuck crying. I can't see. And I'm in the front row of this guy's class and he's like, what are you doing? What drugs are you on? What's happening? And I'm like, I can't see, I gotta wash out my eyes. And he just like sends me out of his classroom. I have to wash my eyes for like 20 minutes before the feeling goes away, and I come in, and John Schaefer has this big, like, Frankenstein swollen eye, laughing uncontrollably at the situation of what's happening. I'm like, why do you do this? This is your recreational activity, you psychopath? He's a good guy, though.
Do not have a Don and Millie's here. I don't even know what that is.
First I've heard of it is literally right now.
All right, just miss the net, St. Louis. It's fine. Just keep missing the net. Get the shutout. It's fine. Yeah, just fall over by yourself. Give up a breakaway. Oh, you fell over too. Why did you fall over? Oh my God, you're still falling over.
What is happening?
They called a penalty on St. Louis for that? If you say so, brother. If you say so.
I need to replay the last 15 seconds of ice time. I don't even understand what just happened.
Yeah, I do believe Cale Makar will be the next captain of the Avs. I do.
It makes too much sense, man.
Because it won't be McKinnon.
It like on paper could be, but it just feels wrong.
He's not that guy. He's just not that guy.
I mean, to hear Bednar talk about him today, he could be, but
Like
I think you're right. Why do it? Why give it to McKinnon just to hand it to Makar down the line?
Right.
You can just give it to Makar now.
Cale is so much more obviously that guy.
Yeah.
Like,
Plus, it's not like McKinnon's gonna feel bad for not being
no,
captain.
McKinnon doesn't
He doesn't
care.
want it. He doesn't really want it. I don't think. Yeah, there you go. DJ knows. Have they not scored on a power play yet tonight? They're 2 for 2, I thought.
They're 2 for 3.
2 for 3. Okay. King of the North. Man, that show was so good.
I've never watched it. I just couldn't get into it.
That's fine.
It was the same thing with like Breaking Bad. And I know you know I'm a fucking weirdo when it comes
You
to
are.
television shows.
You're a fucking weirdo. I think I've said this before on the watch-alongs though, but Better Call Saul, way better of a show than Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad's good. Better Call Saul is immaculate. Maybe the perfect television show. It's so good.
Yeah, that dude just falls over. That's not a trip, but it's fine.
Yeah, get this angle. Get out of the way, ref. And couldn't see it.
It doesn't matter. This game's over.
The ref behind calls it and then watches him fall over
Again.
It's like, fuck. Can't put my arm down.
I mean, it's so hard to win a heart as a defenseman.
Also, fuck Joseph. I'm glad he got a penalty. Screw that guy.
Not a fan.
No.
Right. I mean, I'm fine with it. Whatever.
That's some Red Wings hate coming from him. Him and Larkin had some.
It's some fire.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they need another star. Like, if you think they need another star, I think you're underrating Necas. He's like,
How pampered are you guys? Having 3 of the best players in the league for as long as you have. That you think you need another all-star on this team. They're so good. The ones you have are good enough, okay? Settle down.
Silly.
like, I guess I could understand what you're saying if you're like, oh, they need Val back. Because, like, Nichushkin's on-ice performance is star caliber. But you already have that guy. You just need him to be healthy.
Yeah, just need him to be there.
Yeah. You're up by 4, so you're being really cute. Jonathan, shoot the puck and get a hat trick.
Right? Come on now, bud. They made 4 passes to get it to you, and then you put it back in front of the net.
You passed.
Come on, dog.
You think the Avs tried to get Marty signed this summer to a long-term deal, and what would it cost? Yes. I surmised if things go really well in the playoffs this year, you just give Marty Mikko's current deal, which is 6 years at $9.25.
That happens this offseason? Doesn't he have another year on his contract to burn?
Yeah, but you can sign it with 1 year left.
I think that's a little bit of an overpayment. I think you're right in that it goes up, and they could extend him early. Why not? But also, take a look at that Cale Makar deal real quick. Make sure all that checks out.
Cale's
Maybe
making,
give him,
you're giving Cale a blank check. Like
True.
You tell that dude to write down a number, and you just say yes.
And I guess to be fair to your point, it's weird because McKinnon's deal with the cap raises is just going to be so sick by the time that
By the end of that deal,
it's going to be the best in the league, I think, by a long shot. But and so you can absolutely afford to give Necas that deal with the cap increases coming.
Exactly.
It's been like a good litmus test for the last year that all of a sudden with the confirmed cap raise is going to be it doesn't matter. just no longer a good boundary line to judge contracts on.
The numbers are just going to go bananas. It's going to be weird. I mean, I don't know how you can be upset with these two periods. Like, the Avs gave themselves the lead. They earned the right to let their foot off the gas in this game. And they let their foot off the gas and held St. Louis to 17 shots. Like, it's not like they've been getting caved for the rest of this game. They're still doubling them up in shots.
Like, they've clearly let their foot off the gas and also have remained firmly in control. That's absolutely fine.
Yep. Yeah, 100%. You have to compare cap percentage, DJ, not actual dollar value.
True.
Ooh. Oh!
Hey!
Kitty bomb! He hasn't scored a goal in 20 games, but let's go!
Gotta love those players that just add that meaningless tally. They're like, yeah, I'm contributing.
Kiviranta, Kiviranta, Kiviranta.
Oh, man. Tiff chimed in, and I was like, what the forgot you were there. More like forgot I could hear you. I know you're there.
Yeah. Tiff's been quiet tonight. Just keep it to herself.
Right? She was talking about that band, and then that's it.
We tried to tell her that she was good within Nicole Hensley video, but she's never worked a job where she has to listen to herself.
Struggling.
Yeah, she hated it.
I'm sorry you have to listen to me. I can't do it either.
That's such a, like, it's such a weird thing to me, because I get it. Like, when I first had to listen to myself, it was awful too, but I worked with him years and years ago in a call center where it's like, let's listen back to your calls all the time.
That was the worst job.
That job was genuinely terrible.
Oh, man.
I just hate that I was like, oh, I'm like totally stumbling over the question that I'm asking right now. I'm like, get to the fucking point, you fucking nerd.
You get used to it, dude.
I know. I'm a lot. You're your biggest critic, right?
Totally.
I have hundreds of hours of me editing my own video. Like, what are you fucking saying? Probably thousands of hours at this point.
Probably.
Yeah, that goal was the one that put this game out of reach, for sure. Not the other 4.
4 goals in 6 minutes, totally attainable. 5 goals in 6 minutes, out of the question.
Silly. Girl.
She's licking her butt so loud you can hear the suction again.
No, she's woken me up by licking her butt.
I know. I try to stop her.
Goals. Does she, like, express her glands weird?
She has a recessed vulva. I think that might be. But honestly, I think she just starts licking her butt, and she's like, you know what, this feels kind of nice, and just keeps.
She's
going.
100% a neurotic dog. Like, she has the same thing with her ears. Like, she
When
itch her
she
ears
starts
and
itching
like,
them?
I have to itch them for the next 30 minutes.
Crazy.
Like,
And then she won't itch them for days. I thought she had allergies because she was chewing her feet.
Just,
No, she just liked to chew her foot. She didn't chew her feet for a week and a half.
DJ, you madman.
Good.
Why would you do this? What did Blackwood do to you?
all I'm saying is the success rate of the Channing shutout is higher than the success rate of no one saying it.
You heard him, Chad. Get after it. Chunk. My dog Chunk will. She also has a recessed vulva. She'll lick it to the point where she starts humping while she's licking it. And then she just like can't stop humping and just starts like scooting around the ground, and it'll eventually work her way to Modi and then grab onto him and just hump his face until we stop. And he'll just sit there like, what is happening? That's the funniest thing. We love it.
When
It's
Rex
like weird.
wakes up, he'll have like uncontrollable. He'll just be like walking like this.
I used to think he was having a seizure when he did that. 'Cause I didn't know it. Because I've never seen a dog hump while they're walking.
Yeah, it's like a weird dance.
Yeah. Hey, at least she doesn't have the thing. When Rex was her age, he would look into the distance and then eventually go, which I think is I think it's like a small seizure, and I think it's very common in dogs, like in puppies, because he grew out of it. But it would freak me out because he'd just be like,
I don't think keeping Mitz's ice time down in this game is meaningful at all. This is a game the Avs pulled ahead very early and are managing ice time with because they play a game in 36 hours because their Sunday game is a matinee.
I'd be interested to see, like, if there's an increase in minutes in the, like, fourth line. Just because why not?
I bet there is. I haven't seen the numbers, but I bet there is. $2 from Robert, who says exactly that. I forgot what it was like to have 4 lines.
It's nice, isn't it?
Easy life.
Yeah, it's hard when you're at this point in the game and the top line's getting 60% of the remaining minutes because you're desperate.
Yeah.
That's a scary time.
I will bet my mortgage that Crosby doesn't go to the Avs this season.
It's such a weird thing because it would be really cool, but at the same time, like, why would that guy ever leave Pittsburgh?
He wouldn't. He's
There's absolutely no incentive for him to. He's got nothing to prove.
Yep.
He doesn't even seem like a guy that would want to, like, if what I heard around the Malkin deal of like what he was trying to broker and like bring everyone together reigns true, then he's all about just like seeing this franchise through to its sunset of this era and calling it a day. I think that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, he's a Penguin forever.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I need you and E to stop betting like high stakes things.
It's fine. I lost my mortgage. So we're good. Don't worry about it.
Oh, Clapper from the Key Bank logo. Now that ad messes me up because is there not an actual ad on the ice right there?
No, there is not. That is digital.
I mean, I know that one's digital, but for some reason, part of it, because like they cover up ads on the boards for the digital ads.
Yep.
And if I had an ad on the boards, I'm pissed about that. I'm sure they like negotiated something.
You should be upset. Yeah, you should be upset for sure. So technically, he doesn't have to do the G-string run until Rantanen signs a contract because he could still theoretically sign with the Avs.
Did he say he was going to do a run in the G-string if he doesn't re-sign with the
Yeah.
Avs? All right, big man. Let's get it. That puts the jorts to shame. That's
Not even close.
whole
Not
other
even
level.
close. I think you're reading way too much into Casey not playing a lot this game. Like, I don't think it's particularly meaningful. I mean, you wouldn't, like, most likely, in an imaginary world where Crosby actually did come to Colorado, you just play one of him or McKinnon on the wing. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, it would be wild to bring Crosby to the same team as Nathan McKinnon and then not play them on the same team.
right.
That defeats the whole purpose of shipping those two, which is a different context than the rest of this conversation.
I do need one more goal for my over push.
Yeah, it's going to be tough because they're not going to pull him.
Nope.
And also, why St. Louis doesn't care about scoring. Colorado doesn't care about scoring. Offsides on yourself? No? Okay.
mean, there's probably a world where
Keep.
Crosby is like motivated to win another cup and doesn't see it in Pittsburgh or whatever, but I just don't see it.
I feel like Crosby at this point in his career is looking at the next piece, and he's so much more solid to be a part of the front office if he just stays in Pittsburgh.
Yep.
And then becomes a part of that organization. Like, there's just no reason.
There's a legacy conversation to be had at that point.
Yeah, the cup's not the important part for him. If I was him anyways, I think I'm assuming a lot, but I think that's where his head's at.
Yeah, I don't know how much better the Avs can play than they played tonight. You absolutely shit kicked this team for 30 minutes, and we're up 4-0, and then you let your foot off the gas because you earned that. Like,
Yeah, this was a 20-minute hockey game. It was just the first 20 minutes.
Yep.
Honestly, surprised St. Louis is at 19 shots at this point because they had 6 after the first period.
Yep.
Like,
I mean, that's on
It's a little
base.
bit of grit,
6 a
but-
period is 18, so.
yeah, but it's just so defeating to go down 0-4.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
All right. Make a couple passes and call it a night.
Indeed. And you're gonna get the shutout for Blackwood. Let's go.
Hey,
Mission accomplished.
hell yeah.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, boy. Straight to him, giving him the head pass. What a game. Hey, I get to stay.
You can be in the living room.
It's huge for me.
All right, chat. We got a post game coming your way in 15 to 20 minutes. We appreciate all y'all hanging out. Hope you enjoyed the dogs. Hope you enjoyed Micah. We will talk to you in a little bit, I guess. See you then.
We all silly like the mayor.